Hello, everybody here on a Monday morning. It's Memorial Day. I forgot. Happy holiday, Memorial Day. A nice time to quieten things down and reflect, as well as coming together and celebrating. So a combination of both. Today we're going to take care of stiff bodies, particularly as you've had a lot of rain in the last week. So there might be some swelling of bones and joints getting stiff. So let's get started with a long bolster and a couple of blocks. Coming along the bolster, just take your time here. Ah, there you go. Just notice how it feels. And notice if you need a little bit of support underneath the neck today. Always nice if there's any tenderness or anything going on. Just let that be a little support to fill the gap. Allowing the back body to find its way, gently releasing. Noticing where you feel sensation. And just allowing that sensation to move. Let there be a sense of movement here, moving the energy with the breath. I like to imagine on the exhale a sort of clearing, moving down and away and through any tension or tightness in the body. Supporting the legs with the blocks as you come into butterfly legs. And just notice the support that you're giving yourself today. No matter what time of day you're watching it, if you're watching it later on, just take time to set aside and just land here. And bringing awareness to the breath. Allowing the breath to slow down, become deeper, more into the belly using the diaphragm. No efforting at this point. Just settling in and settling down. Noticing that I would be very happy to stay like this for the next 20 minutes, but I won't. It feels really good. So I hope it's feeling good for you guys too. We'll take 3 more breaths and just starting to shift that energy into a little bit more upbeat. Lighter, fuller, and with gratitude. Gratitude for being here today. 3 more breaths. And before we move from here, setting our intention, you may have one for a specific part of your body today. And I'm coming back to the general one, which seems to be a theme for me this year, is to be present and to be kind to myself and others. Taking away the blocks and rolling off the bolster. Taking away that blanket if you were using the blanket, and just clearing the space for now. Bring your arms down by your side. Check in with the shoulders. Just see how they're doing after this opening. Keep the knees bent. We're going to bend our elbows, bring the arms on either side of the head. And as you do that with the elbows bent and the fingers drifting towards each other, just notice how the shoulders and the back body feels with this gentle stretch. Lift up that left shoulder and then place it back down again, and then the right, and just notice. Can you let them or help them relax? Notice we'll come into one little pelvic tilt here. So press into that low back, press into the back of the waist, and just tilt your pelvis. And just notice what that does to the back body with your arms raised. It feels easier now, doesn't it? We've allowed that energy to move up from the pelvis, from the lower body, up into the torso and the upper body. So pausing here and then bringing your arms up, and then on the exhale, lowering the arms and lower the hip back down. And just feel that sense of grounding here. Feel that connection to your mat and to the ground below. Bring the feet a little closer, pressing into the feet, coming into another pelvic tilt here, or more of a scoop. Just drawing that energy. We're going to be drawing the energy down into the hips and the low back here. Engage your quads. Engage your feet. And just notice. If this feels great for your body, you might want to lift up into a little bridge, or stay with me nice and low and just appreciate the movement of energy here and this clearing, the clearing of the body. And then lowering the hips back down. Let's bring one knee up and then the other, bringing hands to the knees. Notice how this feels. We'll start with a little side to side movement. Nice and gentle rock. And then come back to center and coming into our circles. So your choice, you can do little somatic circles, just the rolls that feel good at your body, for your body at your pace, or slowing them down. Slowing them down, particularly if there's tenderness, or you've been in a plane within the last 24 hours for over 12 hours. Slowly does it. And then the other way. Come back to center. Lower that left foot onto the mat, interlace around your right shin and draw the knee to chest. So drawing it up and then pressing down into the shin, down into this right hip. Right leg, or the foot rather, be relaxed here. When the body is relaxed, we open up a little more and the energy can flow more easily. And now lengthen the left leg, activate your feet. Yes, so we're charging them up, getting the muscles activated here, energizing the energy channels. Find that push and pull, the push away with the left and the pull up the right. Doesn't that feel good? I'm actually going to do a little abdominal lift here. So with my shoulders, so lift up. So lifting up the chest as you draw your knee in, flattening the back. I don't know why, but it feels really good to do this today. And then lowering the shoulders and the head back down. Good. Let's take a nice full breath, and on the exhale, activate your feet once more and lift and hover that left leg. Keep the back nice and grounded. That's why I did that. So the back feels nice and secure and grounded in order to lift the left leg. Sometimes my body tells me to do things and I don't know. My brain doesn't know why. So listening to the body, listening to your body, tuning in. Use the breath here, getting deep into those deeper core muscles. but not overstressing. So if it doesn't feel right, if it's finding too stressful, then lower that leg. And everybody, let's lower it anyway. Good. Softening here. Hands in the knee, left hand on the hip. Slow turn. Let's explore the rotation of the right femur head in the hip socket. Noticing the lots of thick ligaments here that can, and now I understand, get damaged, strained, torn as we age. So just explore this movement around the hip. Notice if there's any clunking or anything that doesn't feel right. And then come back to center, holding onto the leg, lengthen the leg, and find a flow. Keep that knee bent. You can change it more into a lunge if you like, so that really gets into the psoas muscle, that hip flexor. And then bringing the leg up, lengthen here, cupping behind the knee, holding behind the knee, press into the heel, and just feel that stretch. Notice the breath, and always come back to the breath, keeping it steady and smooth and deep. And then bring the foot to the floor and bring the left knee up, interlacing around the shin and drawing knee to chest. Create that nice stretch. Feel into the opening. Breathe here. And then lengthen the right leg, activate your feet. Nice. So funnily enough, on this side, I don't want to do one of those like pull up or lift my shoulders. It feels too much on this side. So just notice what your body feels like here. And then keeping the back nice and stable, lift and hover if that feels right. If it doesn't feel right on this side, don't push it. Just notice. Notice if there is a significant difference today between one side and the other. And be with that. And lowering that right leg down. Softening here, hands on the knee, right hand on the hip. And let's explore this left hip socket. Again, noticing if there's a difference between this side and the other. And notice if one side needs a little bit more love. More encouragement. Come back to center, lengthen the leg, holding on here, find that flow, the knee bent. And then press up into the heel, cupping behind the knee, feel into the stretch. Bending the knee a little, let's bring this right leg up, both legs up towards the ceiling. Make sure your back feels nice and strong and stable here. And try to keep your legs as still as you can as you slowly turn your ankles and feet. And then moving the toes. You can move your hands as well. Hands and wrists. It's so interesting to think that they help each other because they're in the same part of the brain. Nice. Good, let's reach up towards your ankles, open the knees wide, draw your heels down towards your sits. Let the back relax here, let the heels relax, the feet, and just enjoy this opening here. Try to keep your back long, back of your neck long as well. And as we open up the inner groin and the inner thighs, the back starting to relax and release even more. Bring your hands to your knees, and we'll do more circles here. Notice how they feel. I'm doing little ones, and then go the other way. Nice. Let's release your feet back onto the mat. So let's rest the pelvis for now. So open the heels wide, toes slightly inwards, and let the knees fall together. You might need to bring your feet closer. Just so the lower half of the body releases. Nice. And then one hand on top of the other, bringing them behind the head. And letting the head rest back onto your hands. The thumbs, the pointer fingers, middle fingers around the neck, and the rest on the skull. So you feel that pressure on the occipital ridge. Add a gentle pressure here. This is to release my sinuses and yours as well if they need to be released. Gets directly in there. And then softening. And just imagine as you close your eyes here, basking in a lovely place. Softening the forehead and around the eyes. This is also good for headaches or in general tension, releasing tension from the head and neck. Let's add a stretch, elbows up by your ears, and then lengthen and gently lift the head. Tuck the chin in. There you go. Feel that lengthening, that stretch through the neck, and perhaps the fascia all the way to your tailbone. If you like, you can do that little crunch thing, flattening the back, flatten that middle back. Don't hold your breath. And then releasing back down. Give yourself a little massage here. Particularly if your neck has been tense. Whenever there may be a little inflammation going on, which makes us feel tight and stiff. So give yourself that little massage and then bring your arms back down. Pausing here, turn your head to the right, nod your head towards your shoulder. Pause and breathe. And then come back to center and then over to the other side. Little cranky. Let's do a gentle side to side movement. Just to let the neck know that we're not going to push it today, but we're going to support it. And then come back to center. Bring those knees up. Let's give yourself an early, during the session, yoga hug. Give yourself a hug here, drawing those knees in. You can give yourself a little squeeze as well, feels good. And then slowly unwinding. Let's do the slow motion. So unwinding the arms and then dropping one foot to the floor, the other, bending the elbows, allowing the arms to come overhead, dropping your leg, one and then the other, and coming into this full body stretch. Engage your glutes, secure your center, and then stretch it out. Imagine you're reaching to the wall behind you, up through the waist, up through the shoulders, up through the arms and the fingers, and then down through the hips, the thighs, the legs, the feet. And then full breaths. Let the breath move the ribs open like gills of a fish. Let the energy move up. Let it clear through you. And then bending your elbows, draw the arms down and bend your knees. Pause here. Draw the knees up, extend your arm and roll over onto your side. So stacking the legs here, stacking the hips. And just pause with the head on your arm. Hand to the floor, coming up. And this, let's make our way to sitting with support. Bringing support underneath your hips. Noticing how this feels in the body with the arm, with the legs extended. And then crossing the legs or working your way towards crossed legs. Make sure you're on your sits bones so there's a slightly forward tilt to the hips. And support yourself. So you find your seat. Today it feels more like a throne, not a very comfortable seat. One of those ancient thrones. So just pause here, close the eyes. Scanning the body. Nice. Let's open the eyes, gather some earth energy. So reach down with the fingertips on the inhale, drawing it up through the wrists, the arms into the shoulders, and exhale down the back. Nice. Let's inhale, draw it up. Exhale, draw it down. Getting into the layers here, the layers of the shoulders and back. Move the energy through the muscles and all those connections. Of course, we now know of the interstitium, so we're moving the energy through the interstitium as well. Let's do one more. Arms down, palms up, sun breaths. Inhale, gather up. Exhale, open, draw it down. Oops, keep going. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. So moving and breathing. This is really what brings us back into balance, isn't it, in yoga? Mindful movement, mindful breath seems to connect everything. One more. Hands to heart center, bringing thumbs onto the sternum, lifting up the heart, lengthening up through the spine. Take a moment to connect to your heart here and imagine that energy coming from your heart down through your arms into your palms. Bring a hand to the lower belly and then the other on the center in the heart. Feel that connection to yourself as we come into yoga breaths. On the inhale, allow the belly to expand. And on the exhale, drawing the belly back, emptying the lungs. You can close your eyes, focusing on full yoga breath. Coming back into balance, finding your rhythm. Two more. Letting go of control of the breath now. Just take a moment to come back to your intention for your practice. Opening the eyes, let's do two sun breaths. Inhale, gather up. Exhale, open, bring it down. Good, another one. Pause here, activate, lifting out of the waist, and then your left arm under the right, coming into eagle arms. Be gentle here, be kind, breathe into the space between your shoulder blades. Let the breath move up here, let the energy move up, allowing the opening. Nice. Pausing here. And then follow the lower elbow over to the right. Turn your head away from your arms, nod. Take it easy if this is really tight. Drop your gaze low and behind, activating our polyvagal response. Stay present with the breath. And imagine that energy sort of moving around and just easing into the openings here, easing into the tension. Being present with the body sensations and allowing the energy to move to open and heal. Nice, bring the gaze back, the head back, and the arms slowly releasing. Coming onto your fingertips behind you, press down on the inhale, lift up, draw the arms, the shoulders down your back. Nice full breaths. And opening your eyes, 2 sun breaths. Inhale, gather up. Exhale, bring it down. And then this time coming up, activate, left, under right. Coming into eagle arms. With gratitude, it's easier this time. Breathe here in between the shoulder blades. Breathing into the back of the heart. Nice. Following the lower elbow over to the left. Turn your head away from your arms. Drop your chin. Pause. Be present. And then bring your gaze down and away from your arms. Keep that gaze over to the right. Breathe here. And then bringing the gaze back, bringing the head back, arms, and then slowly releasing. Let's find your hands behind us, interlace your fingers or just hold on. Slowly pulling down, draw the shoulders down, lift up the heart's center and squeeze your shoulder blades toward each other. From here, let's nod our head. Feel that gentle stretch in the neck. Then bringing the head back, bending the elbows. Let's do little shoulder rolls forward. It's more like up and down. Yeah. And then back, up and back. Yeah. Slow it down. Nice. Let's reach with the right hand along the mat. Bend your left elbow. Take an inhale, exhale, lift, and explore the side opening. If the low back is tender, or if there's something going on in this side, take it easy. You can keep that hip pressed into the mat. And then find the length. Press in, press that hip again, and then press into the hand and loop down. And breathe. Take an inhale, on the exhale, press down, rise up, and release. Let's come to the other side. Right arm reaches, left arm reaches, right arm bends. On the exhale, exploring this side. Find the length, press into that right hip, your hand, and look down. Take an inhale, come up, and exhale, release. Let's release the legs. Give yourself a little massage wherever it feels you need it. Just encouraging that energy and the circulation to move through. Nice. And then opening your legs here. Make sure you're on your sits bones, so lift up the fatty bits. Nice. Nice tall spine lifting out to the waist, arms at shoulder height. Let's just do some circles with the hands and wrists. And then the other way. Take an inhale, lifting up, and then turning to the left. One hand forward, the other behind. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Get into that back body. Feel into the twist here. Nice full breaths. Use your lungs here to open from the inside out. Open up that back shoulder. And then turn your head and nod to the right shoulder. Breathe here. Nice. Let's unwind the head. Take an inhale and unwind the body. Take a breath, coming to the other side. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Open up this right shoulder. Keep the spine nice and tall. Breathe into the twist. And then turn your head, nod to that left shoulder, let it relax. Breathe here. And unwind the head. Take an inhale and unwind the body. Nice. So bringing the legs back together. And let's see if the body wants to do a shake today. So take away the support if that feels right to you. And start with the feet side to side. I'm not sure about mine today, but wants to do this, but the legs do. So start with the legs. And then see if the knees want to join in, and then see if the hips. Close your eyes. So scanning your body now. From the hips up into that low back, up into the shoulders. See if they want to move. Shoulders, head, neck, just a little. Down the arms, into the elbows, into the wrists and the hands. So just start to shake wherever the body wants to shake here. Shake it out, shake it up, shake it down. Like a snow globe. Just shake it all up. Let that energy move through. Shaky, shaky, shaky. And then stop. Whew. Notice the energy, the warmth, the vibration. You are alive. And the body's alive. It's good. Let's come over onto hands and knees. At this point, it's a great reminder for me that yoga is a practice of transformation. My body and my being feels so much better having got back onto my mat. So let's come into tabletop. Turn your toes under knees, under your hip sockets. Check in with the low back, your hips. Maybe a little side to side movement. How does that feel on the body? And then come back to center and maybe some back and forth movements with the shoulders. Nice. Coming back to center, let's do cat-cow. So just find your movement here. Inhale, exhale into cat, inhale to dog, tilt, or cow. Let that energy move through the back body, from the upper body to the lower body and back again. Nice. Coming back to neutral, preparing for a downward dog. Those of us who like to use blocks, bring your blocks in front of your shoulders. Setting yourself up, take nice full breaths, take a big inhale and then exhale, lift those hips. High to the sky, stretch it out so the weight comes back. Let those shoulders open and then bend your knees. The core is engaged here, lower abs hugged up, and start a slow pedal. Get into all the little joints in the feet here. Nice full breaths. And then looking forward, you can step up or bring your hands back towards your feet. Feet are wide now as we prepare for dangle. Come onto your fingertips. Lengthen through the back body. Maybe move your head gently side to side. Check it out. And then if you're joining me in a dangle, bend your knees, big hug up, create space here, and then exhale, dropping down, take hold of your elbows and let the body drop into the space you've created. Long exhale, move that energy through the shoulders and just imagine it releasing down into the earth. Letting go here. You can add a side to side movement, release your arms. And gentle movement of the shoulders and the head. Let that energy move through the upper back, the shoulders, the neck. Just let it release. Nice. And then bringing hands back onto the blocks. Let's bring our feet underneath our hips. Prepare to stand here. You can bring hands above the legs, above the thighs rather, bending at the knees. Use the strength of your legs, engage your core. On the exhale, rise. Coming to standing. And just pause here with eyes closed, unless you're dizzy, open your eyes. Let the body reset. Get that sense of centeredness, the energy dropping down through the body, through the feet, into the earth. Come back to your breath, come back to your intention. And then bring your arms behind your back. Interlace your fingers or just hold on. Draw the shoulders down your back, lift up the sternum. Stretch out the front of the body here. Nice, bend the knees, engage the core. We're going to bring our arms even further back. Steady yourself through the lower body here. Legs and hips are strong, and then release the arms and let them swing. Moving the energy. I'm feeling it really in my shoulders, the back of my shoulders. Feels good. So notice where you feel that release taking place here. And coming to pause, bring those feet closer together and we'll come into Pada Bandha. Lift the toes, let the energy rise up, and then palms forward. Fingers reaching towards the floor, drawing the shoulders up and down your back. Release the toes, Tadasana, mountain pose. Feel the strength. Be the mountain. And open the eyes. Let's come into sun breaths. Inhale, gather up. Exhale, open, draw it down. So going at your own pace here. What feels just right for your body? Nice. Finishing up here, and interlace your fingers, turn your palms to the sky, reach up and root down. So really feel those, your feet rooting down into the earth, and then up through the shoulders, perhaps one side of the body and then the other. Coming back to center, and on the exhale, slowly, slowly release. Nice. Open the legs wide. Toes forward. 5-pointed star. Twinkle through your fingertips. Twinkle through the crown of your head. And then root down towards the earth. So let that energy move there too. Good. Turning your right toes towards the top of your mat and bring the weight forward, and then lift your back heel and drop it down. Take an inhale. On the exhale, finding warrior two. Make sure your heel is directly under the knee. Softening the shoulders, gaze past the fingertips. So not only a posture of strength today, but also balance. Feel yourself centered, in balance and strong. Nice full breaths. Pressing your feet away from each other. And then turn your palm up. Let's reverse. Keep your gaze steady. Find your breath again. Breathing into the whole body, as if your whole body is breathing. Nice. Take a breath, and on the exhale, back to warrior two. And take an inhale, straighten the leg, and exhale, release. Toes forward. 5-pointed star. Make sure your core is engaged here as you turn your left toes towards the end of the mat. Bring that weight forward, lift your back heel and plant it down. So take a moment to find your alignment here. Make sure the knees above the ankle and the heel. Pressing feet away from each other. Breathe. Imagine breathing through the body, sending breath out through the fingertips. So as you imagine that, the energy is doing just that. Turn your palm up, let's reverse. Keep the gaze steady, keep the body aligned and in balance. Breathe. Nice. Take an inhale. On the exhale, back to warrior two. And take an inhale, straighten the leg, and exhale, release. Toes forward, hands on hips, and bring your feet towards each other and just walk it out. Lift those heels. Nice. From here, let's come into our balance with the right foot in front of the left. Coming into tightrope, engage your lower abs. And then long, active arms, draw your shoulders down your back. Find your drishti. And then you can engage the glutes. Get that energy moving, that strengthening here. Nice. Releasing. Shift the weight. And make your way to the other side. Engage that pelvic floor and the lower abs. Active arms, shoulders down the back. Steady breath. Steady mind. Steady body. Clench. Release the arms, release the legs, and walk it out. Open the feet wider underneath your shoulders and start with a slow floppy noodle. And then when the body feels like making it a bit bigger, let the body do it bigger. So moving that energy, tapping the body, moving it, clearing it, energizing it. And unwind. Nice. Let's take a moment here, just bringing hands to heart center. Close the eyes. Notice your heartbeat. Notice your breath. Notice how your body has transformed. Notice how you have transformed. And opening the eyes, making your way to sitting. With legs extended, resting hands on the leg. Just take a moment here to notice. And then bringing a support underneath your hips. Let's come into our seated twist. So taking the left foot and bringing it to the inside or the outside of the right leg. Take your time here, press down with that left foot, lift up. Right arm comes around, reach with the left. Take an inhale, lift, and exhale, press down, lift and twist. Coming into your twist and press away with that extended leg. Nice tall spine here, nice full breaths. Feel the movement of the diaphragm here, the movement of the lungs. Close your eyes, you don't need your eyes. Nice, let's take an inhale and on the exhale, unwind. You can do a little counter twist if that feels right for your body. And then coming back to center, coming to the other side with the right foot to the inside or the outside of the left leg. Press down, lengthen up through the spine. Left arm comes around, reach with the right. Inhale, lift, open, press down, and exhale, twist. Press away with that extended heel. Open up into the twist. Find that nice full breath and close your eyes. Nice full breaths. Imagine the breath moving into wherever it needs to go in your body today. Let that energy flow through. Nice. Let's take an inhale, and on the exhale, unwind, coming into a little counter pose if that feels right. And then take an inhale, on the exhale, unwind and release. Let's take away the support and make your way onto your back. Bend your knees, use your hands on the mat, press down, lift your hips forward, and then come back onto your back on the mat. Take a moment here to pause with the knees bent. Let the back body settle, find its way, finding its way into the curve. And then bringing knees up, whatever movement feels right here. It might be side to side, it could be circles, or a combination. Go the other way if you haven't already. And then coming back to center, let's lengthen the legs up towards the sky and acknowledge feet and ankles. Reach up towards your ankles. Open the knees wide and draw your heels down towards your sits bones. You can add movement here if that feels right. Just allow the opening, and then allow the easing through the back body. You can stay here or join me in upside down child's pose, releasing the legs, bringing arms on either side of the head. Lengthen the neck. And then bringing arms around your legs, give yourself a hug. Nice yoga, everybody. From here, into the inversion of your choice, any version of legs up the wall, elevated legs up. If you're feeling energetic, shoulder stand, or coming into bridge or supported bridge. Whatever feels right. Listen to your body, not your mind. Nothing to prove. Just being present, being kind. So staying in your inversion for as long as it feels comfortable. When you're ready, slowly coming down and perhaps doing a full body stretch or fish pose before going into Shavasana. Take your time. Making your way to Shavasana. Make sure you have everything you need so you're going to be comfortable and supported. And making adjustments as you settle, perhaps some letting go breaths. Yes, let everything settle here. And as the music begins to play, allowing it to flow over you and through you today. Coming back into the room and coming back into your body. Start to bring fuller breaths, and gentle movement. Fingers, toes, and perhaps moving head gently side to side. When you're ready, stretch, and then bending your knees and roll over onto your side. Slowly making your way to sitting. Finding a comfortable seat with a long spine. Resting hands anywhere in the legs, closing your eyes or letting the gaze drop downwards. The inspiration today is from Dana Faulds from One Soul. And this is one of my favorites. It's called Beneath the Surface. What will I know if I go below the choppy surface of the mind? Focus flows, and there are no fixed points. Slow currents swirl and deeps and slip still deeper. I grow very quiet. The mind attends the subtlest sensations. It is a different world, and I am an explorer of these inner realms where nothing stays the same for very long. Energy shifts and changes. I find peace beneath the surface, bring it back with me, and hold it in my hands like a small white bird, and then release it, that peace might fly wherever it's most needed. Let those words settle into your consciousness and just take a moment to reflect on the message for you today. And opening your eyes, bringing hands to heart center. Thank you for sharing your practice today. Namaste.